Hello. Just waiting a minute for some people to join. Hello. You're my first comment. Oh, thank you very much. Hello, Richard. Hello. Well, now we're rolling. 50 people. Okay, I guess this is a good time to start. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Is it hot enough for you? Got myself a New England IPA by the name of Brew Gooder. I've got a few different IPAs and pale ales and stuff to try at the moment. Oh, what about this heat though? Right, I've got a fan on here, so if that is making the sound funny, let me know, but it's quite a quiet fan, so hopefully it's okay and you can hear me just fine. Wow, these are going fast. Yeah, so I was about to go live and then I remembered I changed computer, my editing station, and I don't have a webcam. So I thought, oh crap, I'm going to have to do it on my phone. So here we are on my phone. It seems to be better than quite a while ago when they used to kind of flash up and disappear. They are actually staying, and I can scroll them if I need to as well, because they are going pretty fast, because there is 300 of you now apparently. So hello all, I hope you're all doing well and keeping it as cool as possible. This week, to be completely honest, I have kind of taken it off. If you can't have the hottest days of the year off when you're self-employed, then what's the point? But yeah, I was going to get nothing done. Had busy week last week and weekend. We was building a bridge for an entrance to our woodland that I use. So I was helping out with that. Thank you, Benny Hill, the real Benny Hill from the dead. Yeah, so this week I'm taking it a bit easy and I'm already on holiday or vacation, whatever you'd like to call it, because this weekend I've got off and I'm going away for a few days as well. So it is my summer holiday this week. I hope that you all enjoyed the last video. I don't know why I put it out on a Sunday. I was expecting to film, but when that heat hit, I just couldn't. So, yeah. So I thought, let's do a live stream. And here we are. Right. Simon's wearing your t-shirt. That's probably because I wore his last week. But I do like his. It is a design I was considering myself, but he beat me to it. So I'm happy to buy his. Yeah, nothing really planned to talk about. So I might field a couple of your questions and take it from there, really, because I'm completely unprepared. Oh, Matt, thank you very much. Matt and Chris. Love for you two to come to Canada. Yes, I'd absolutely love that myself. We do have, if anyone missed it from when I'm talking about it in the video, me and Simon, this is going to Norway and Sweden, kind of on the border. Excuse me, that's happening sort of mid-August. So expect to see that beginning of September. And that's kind of our big trip. J-Test ASMR, thank you very much. When am I collaborating with Simon next? Our next big trip is what I've just been talking about, Norway, but we're going to get out before that for a little paddle because I'm pretty out of touch with the paddling. Right. What was that about? A mixed grill? We'd love to see a huge mixed grill fry up on a big stone again. Yeah, I was thinking it's about time. I didn't want to overdo that, so I kind of gave the stones a rest, but I think it's time for one. Thank you very much, Michael. Philly cheesesteak. That's on my list, actually. Yeah, Philly cheesesteak. I don't think I've ever done one, to be honest, even at home. Hello, Romania. Oh, whoa, whoa. Miss Vix. Thank you very much indeed. Do you watch Histories alone? I don't watch TV, but Alone is one of the few things that I download to watch. Um, and yeah, I love it. And that's because it is purely you're seeing them. There's no presenters or, you know, obviously it's edited, but it's not edited to tell a story and make people look stupid or anything. So yeah, I do like Alone. Would I go on it, which is something people ask a lot. I didn't know people outside of the US could, but there was a woman from the UK on the last season that I watched. I've not started the new one yet, but it does look a bit miserable after a few weeks. I'm sure the first month's quite fun, and then just sitting in a shelter eating dried fish, and I don't even like fish. Right, let's have a look. Oh. Yeah, a lot of people already have said about a book. I haven't alluded to it before. I did start writing a campfire cookbook 2020, and then everything kind of happened, and it just went on a back burner. And I've just been so busy recently that I've not got back to it. But it's something I really want to get back to soon. Yes, so that is something. Someone said, is that a co-op beer? No, for those of you who didn't catch, it's a Brewgooder New England IPA. I've got a few IPAs and stuff to try. They were for camps, but it'd be rude not to now. Do I miss my long hair? Not really, certainly not in this weather. Yes, YouTube is my full-time profession now. So obviously I have to take it quite seriously and yeah, get them videos out, unlike this week. Going quite fast, going quite fast. Hello, New York. You look very smart without long hair, thank you. Yeah, it was a bit messy. I had longer hair when I was younger as well, but it was in far better condition. That was like a last-ditch attempt at having long hair with the receding. My favourite Led Zeppelin song? Oh, it's got to be When the Levee Breaks. A few years ago, I would have said Ramble On. Oh, that beer's nice. When's cookbook coming out? God knows. You'll hear about it here first. Cook differently in grizzly country, yeah, for sure. Be nice to see a black bear in Norway. It's unlikely, but would be good. I remember when I was in Sweden, we could hear the wolves. That was quite fun at night. Hello, Poland. Did I see? No, I've not seen Led Zeppelin live. I think the only one I would really have got to see is that weird one they did with Phil Collins. But no, I've seen Robert Plant live. That was pretty cool. A lot of music questions here. Slipknot. I liked their third album. I've seen them live at a festival. I didn't like their early stuff. Have I ever been to Shropshire before? I have indeed. One of my videos was filmed there actually, just before or the end of last year, a camp I did up there in a hot tent. But yeah, it's beautiful up there, and I very nearly moved up there, to be honest, but a few things keeping me here. Are you a chef or a carpenter in real life? I've kind of done both in the past. I had my own barbecue catering business for a little while, so cooking on fire, and I worked with a friend building shelters for schools, for playgrounds and stuff for a while as well. And I do live in Kent, yes. This beer is a Brewgooder New England IPA. Wows. Yeah, I do need to get to Wows. I really do. What I want to do, which I've been mulling over, is getting a van, doing a conversion. I could do some videos on that, but the real reason being that I can go somewhere and have a base camp. Excuse me. So I can maybe film a video, get back to that base camp, get somewhere else, get cleaned, blah blah blah, go do another video, and then I can go away for extended periods like Scotland, Wales and stuff. Just make it a bit easier. But yeah, that's something I'm throwing around at the moment. I've had enough expenses with the truck recently. That's just had new suspension all round. It's got a 2-inch lift. I thought I may as well at the same time. Just got the aircon fixed and it died again straight away. So that was fun in this weather. But I've been using that e-bike. How did you get into camping? Used to it as a teenager a few times, a bit of wild camping, where we would just go off and just take sleeping bags, no mats, no tarps, no tents. And then years later, I got back into photography, going to places and having to camp to photograph them places. And then that, along with watching a lot of sort of YouTube and survivalists and stuff, I thought, why not? I know how to edit a video. Cast iron frying pans are best for camping. Well, they are great for cooking on, but depends how far you need to walk. There is a learning curve with cast iron as well. Claire Cooper, I lived in Maidstone for 5 years, not far away. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, someone has asked. Yes, this is my full-time profession now. Oh, how long have you had your car rooftop tent? It's got to be 2 years now. It's got to be. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed having it. It's for the UK or for England at least, maybe not the most practical thing if you don't have permissions, because you're going to be in laybys and things like that. For maybe Wales and Scotland, it's going to be a little more open for that sort of thing. Obviously, internationally better. But yeah, that's why I'm considering getting a van and converting it. Do I carry protection when camping? Well, I rarely see any women when I'm out. I've got knives on me, so I guess that counts, but I don't intend on using them on people. Did I ever find my drone on Dartmoor? No, I was going to get up there and have a proper look, and someone else did for me, actually. Real O'Brien off of YouTube. He had a good old hunt around as well and didn't see it. But yeah, it was 2020, so, you know, other things were going on. Happy birthday, Vincent Valentine. Have a great day. I don't own a woodland myself. I have access to a couple that people are kind enough to allow me. Sorry, I'm reading and talking. Yeah, so that and a couple that I can sometimes use on other occasions. I wish I could buy one, but in the last 2 years, the price of land, of woodlands, has basically doubled. So I don't see much hope in that happening. Because it's only going to keep going up. Looking for a new knife due to losing mine in the Lake District. All-round knife recommendation. It depends on the sort of camping, but maybe like a Mora Garberg or something. They're going to be an excellent knife. I don't have one myself, so I can't say it, but everyone does say that. I mean, I use the Condor Bushlaw and have done for a long time, which is a well-priced knife, but some people have mentioned that theirs have been a bit soft, the metal. So I guess because of mass production, a bit of a luck of the draw, but mine's been absolutely fine. I mean, you've seen everything I've done with mine. Oh, thank you very much, Patricia. Yeah, it's always good when you get a message or whatever telling you how the videos have helped that person or whatever. It does kind of make it worth doing. Hi, Kaylin. Kaylin's long-time subscriber. Staying cool over there, yeah. It's better today, the last 2 days. I couldn't do a thing. I just shut down in the heat. I'm absolutely useless in heat. Give me winter any day. Autumn's the best though. How often do I sharpen my knives and axes? Not often enough, probably. But yeah, I sit down and I get them all out and I go through them with a whetstone. Um, every couple of weeks, probably. Obviously, I use them quite a lot. A lot of fires in Kent. Yeah, yeah. Yesterday there seemed to be fires everywhere. Dozens of fire engines out and about. Hopefully not deliberate, but on that note, if anyone is camping in this weather, do be careful with your fires. Try to have them up off the ground if you can, and remember that pine and things like bracken will spread underground without you even knowing it. So make sure any fires are fully out, etc., and try and have them with them off the ground. Right, I have this as my next beer. Smash IPA with mosaic hops. Sorry, when am I travelling to Scandinavia? Mid August, back in Scandinavia. Cannot wait. Ooh, fruity. Scariest, creepiest moment. Don't really have any. There's the odd sort of jump scare when a tree comes down or a branch falls off of a tree, but no, not really any scary moments to speak of. What can I say? The most uncomfortable is when you have when it's completely still in the woods and you hear every tiny noise, like every little twig, and yeah. So, but yeah, I haven't had any particularly scary moments. Who do I watch on YouTube? Probably a lot of the same people you do. I don't have nearly as much time as I used to have. But yeah, a lot of people, a lot of smaller channels as well. Yeah, I'd love to get up to Scotland as well, Bill. Yeah, I just need to get to it. The last couple of years, when I've had money to actually travel a bit more, it's yeah been a bit harder. Call you the outdoor chef, best Bills. Thank you very much. Yeah, I do love the more ambitious kind of camp cooks. I think I might do some slightly simpler camp cooks that are more approachable for other people as well. I was not a chef. I said earlier I had a barbecue company, so I used to smoke a lot of meat, and yeah, it didn't kind of work out. Come camping in Maine. We have 90 acres. Oh, thank you very much. Um, yeah, maybe one day. I'd love to. Maine does look lovely, and Jessica Fletcher is from there, so could be quite dangerous. The death rates on that. Oh, the new shelter. Yeah, new shelter's great. Right now, there's quite a lot of bugs about. The last time I camped in it was off camera, actually. I went up with a friend. Um, I'll explain why in a second, but I had to take like a tent bug net and put it inside it, um, which was easy because it was easy to suspend in there just to stop the bugs because they're having a light in there, lights up the ceiling. All the bugs wanted to come in. But the reason I was up there with a friend is he's a photographer and he wanted to do some bushcrafty photos. So we did a photography session up there, and yeah, you'll be hearing about that soon. But there'll be some kind of prints available, not necessarily of me, like, but of bushcrafty things. Quite nice actually. He's a good photographer. But we'll go into that at another point. New fire pit. I've used it once. I've not gone back to it. Been doing other things. Yeah, we'll see how the fire pit works out. I'm not 100% happy with it, to be honest. The fire pit itself I like, but then wings at either side of it, I wasn't 100% happy with the way they looked because of like the rocks on top. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I may take them down and just put benches there or something at some point. All set for the trip with Simon. Yeah, almost. I've got a new dry bag for the canoe trip, like a bigger one than I had before. Actually, I borrowed his the last time we went, because my one's quite small. So I've got, I think, a 110 litre one or something. A few other bits and bobs that I've purchased for that. Build another one with Simon. Yeah, Simon doesn't have the sort of time I have for YouTube. Otherwise, it'd be great to build a shelter with him. Maybe one day. On that note, I've got a couple of shelter builds in mind. The next one, hope to be starting in the next couple of weeks, which is basically kind of a cabin, really, basically. A woodland house, or whatever they tend to call it in these videos. So that's something that, yeah, I'll be starting very soon. You'll probably see it a few weeks after that, because I need to get a certain amount done before I can put any videos out. Fishing. Keep meaning to do fishing, but it's I don't have that motivation because I don't eat fish. But yeah, maybe at some point. Ham radio, nope, never do any ham radio stuff. When we were kids, we used to do the CB radio stuff, but that's usually just kind of like pre-internet, really. Everyone insulting each other and stuff like that. I guess it was like an internet comment section. Horton's cakes. Thank you very much indeed. Now I want cake. No, I was explaining before, the woodland I use is not mine, although I use a few woodlands, but none of them are mine. I cannot afford a woodland. I wish I could. Hey, Robert. Hello, Nicole. Yeah. Lewis Kerr. Hello. Is that who I think it is? Anyway, yeah, I just have kind permission to be able to use them. Hello, Morgan. Ham radio. Yeah, I can imagine ham radio is more civilized. No, didn't camp in the heat. I can't function in the heat. Hello, wild camper. Oh, they're going. Oh, they're going too fast. Hello from the States. What's up from California? Do I go to music festivals? Obviously not in recent years. Yeah, been to a few in the past. I suppose I've got more tents I could take now. Used to take crappy tents. Oh my god, oh my god. Do I play guitar? I don't play guitar. Well, I know a few chords, but no, I don't play guitar. I used to drum. I used to drum in a couple of kind of bands. That was my thing. Hitting things. Jackery might sponsor me. I don't do sponsorships. Yeah, I don't do sponsorships or paid promotions, which is probably a big mistake, but I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with that sort of thing. All my opinions are my own. Where would you take Steve Wallace to stealth camp? I don't really watch him, but I have seen his videos pop up. God, I don't know. He'd probably want to go to like an Asda car park or something like that. How do you get your permission? My permission, someone actually contacted me. We kind of become friends. I become friends with his friends, and it kind of went from there. It's yeah, kind of luck, really. The best way, I guess, is just to get out there exploring, not necessarily camping, but the only way you're going to meet people who own these lands and stuff like that is by getting out there, talking to people and things, and gaining people's trust. But it gets harder and harder. Oh, who's that? Luvina. Hello, and thank you very much. I also hate the heat. Yeah, hands up if you hate the heat. Where do I get my steak from? All over the shop. Couple of online butchers I've used in the past, Campbell's and the steak shop, and I've got a local butcher. Used to use a different butcher, but I've got another local butcher here now as well. But online for more specialist steaks and things as well. I've actually got a rather nice tomahawk in the freezer for a video I've got in mind. I'm not married and I have no children. Where am I from? I'm from Kent in England. How many tattoos do I have? I don't know, many. Favourite steak cut? It's a ribeye slash tomahawk, which is ribeye on the bone. Yeah, it's just the tastiest steak, basically, in my opinion. Go veggie. I was a veggie when I was 18 for a couple of years, actually. I've made up for it since. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. How old am I? I am 42, I think. Chicken versus pork. Pork is the meat you put with other meats to make them meats better. So pork is the best meat overall. I mean, a steak is, you know, the best sort of cut, but pork in general, everything you can do with it. Any advice for a scared person to go camping? Don't force yourself if you're uncomfortable, because you're not going to enjoy it. Try out like these woodland permission campsites and stuff. There's a lot of them popping up. Visit places, just visit them, just day camp, spend the evening, get to know the surroundings, build it up like that until you have the courage to stay, excuse me, overnight. Oh, excuse me, these IPAs are building up some gas. Any plans for a camp with Tom outdoors? Could happen. I do still speak with Tom, and I have seen him as well. You may have seen me a little cameo in one of his videos. Picked him up off of one of his camps to take him back to the start point. We just our videos are very different. We've evolved in different ways, I guess. But yeah, it'd be lovely to find time to be able to do that at some point. Pulled pork is amazing. Oh yes. You said you're not married, you don't have children. It's gone, it's gone. Oh, God, these are going so fast. Sorry. Any projects outside of camping, bushcraft videos you hope to try this year? Hi Glenn. God, my mind is just so focused on that. Finding a house is a part of this year's plan, really, which is gonna, be a lot. No, get a life again. Last couple of years, pretty much. Oh, hi Rachel. Last couple of years, I've just been so focused on work and filming, and that's all I've done. And yeah, trying to get a bit of a life and a work-life balance again is kind of a bit of what I want to do. I'd love to build my own house. I'd really love to, but for those of you who don't know, Kent in England is, quite close to London. It's not exactly the wilds. I have to travel at least an hour to get anywhere worthy of camping, like my permission or anything. Was it worth focusing on work? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, in that time, the channel grew a lot. I did have a bit of burnout, but that happens to everyone on YouTube. It's so constant. I'm not going to complain about having my dream job, but with any job has its downsides, and it's like a ticking clock every week. And when you want to try bigger projects, you kind of have to do them in the background while you're doing other videos to be putting out. Yeah, it is a bit of a ticking clock, but yeah, someone just said about a woodland house, and that is the next project that I'll be doing in the background while filming other videos. Greg Phillips, thank you very much. Check out Simon's video. The beer festival. Yeah, we're going to the beer festival soon, me and Simon. Yeah, so if you're near London, come to the beer festival. We're going to be up there. I think it's the 5th. Can't remember, 5th or 6th. And yeah, that's going to be interesting. What do I think of other survivalist shows? The only one I watch with regards to TV shows is Alone. I've just watched season 8, I think it is. If it's season 9 that's on now, I'm only going to watch that once it's finished. But that's the only one I like to watch. But yeah, I do watch quite a few people on YouTube as well. It's Simon watch. I've not seen Simon say hello. Ah, Real O'Bran. Hello. I just mentioned you earlier. Someone asked about my drone if I ever found it. Right, we were going 30 minutes. I need to slow down drinking. I've got one more beer after this one. I was planning on going for an hour. I'm not from Gillingham. It's not that far from where I'm from. How do you approach landowners for permission? I don't know, if I'm honest. And everyone's going to be individual. Visit that land or around the land, talk to people, get to know people, allow people to become comfortable with you and take baby steps, I would say. Like, oh, do you mind if I walk on your land? Do you mind if I use my stove on your land? Could I camp there one day? Just build up, just, you know, with anything, gaining trust. Sorry, I had to pause them messages for a minute. You have wonderful demeanour. Oh, thank you very much. You should see me drive. Rachel, oh, the gatehouse. Glad you're not from Gillingham. No comment. Who are my favourite YouTubers? I don't have as much time for watching YouTube as I used to, and doing this, watching other camping channels is a bit of a busman's holiday. Used to watch a lot of Joe Robinette, a lot of Carlisle 195, things like that. Now I watch what a lot of people would probably be like smaller channels, but I love them. You know, like Burton Outdoors, like Lundy's Wild Camp and Bushcraft, and MDM Outdoors Adventures. You know, people like these. People keep it real. A lot of bigger channels can get a bit fake. God, controversy. My self-reliance. I've not watched him in a while, but yeah, absolutely amazing videos. Simon, yeah, obviously we met through just me watching Simon's video and talking to him, and yeah, we just got on and went for it. What kind of axe do I use? It's a Holterfer's forest axe. Thank you, Tom. The beer festival's in London. I think it's at the Excel. I'm not too sure actually. Simon's arranged it all. Oh, oh God, okay. Very fond of your steak and potatoes. A lot of people have started calling them Kent potatoes. I'd like to know who's your favourite band. I always used to say like Led Zeppelin and stuff, but depends on my mood. Best camp frying pan. Stainless stainless steel. Cast iron if you're not walking too far, or I use a Trangia 22 centimeter folding handle one now. Badger. What did someone say? My camera setup. Well, for anyone interested in filming, my main camera is a Panasonic G9. Has been for the last year or so. It's a mirrorless. It's like an SLR, but it's a mirrorless, interchangeable lenses and all of that. I also use obviously a Rode mic and filming light on that, and I use a DJI action camera and DJI Mini is my drone. Love the ketchup. And I edit in Final Cut Pro, sorry. On a Mac. Yes, I'm a Mac user. Worst things happened to me on a wild camp. I was pretty miserable on a rainy one years ago on Dartmoor, and had to even just cook my meal in someone else's tent. Just everything was wet. I didn't have room to dry stuff. It was horrible. And I guess the other time was getting sick in Sweden. Basically took one day out of a 5-day trip where I just slept through the day. I was so sick. Luckily, I got better after that. I was still a bit weak. But yeah, I felt bad for Simon as well, because he couldn't do much in that one day as well. I'm not into gaming, no. Maybe solitaire on my phone. Camping in Canada. Hopefully one day it'd be lovely. Lanzarote. Ever seen Bigfoot? I haven't. That would be pretty cool. Oh, excuse me, what? Down the wrong hole. Lantern covers. No, I got an email about that the other day that I've not replied to, actually. My leather for your hand lantern covers are made by Paul Dore Leathercraft and Bushcraft, or PD Leathercraft on Instagram, I think. He's not making them at the moment. A lot of these small makers are finding it hard lately with orders coming in, obviously because of people and money. And he will be doing them again, and I will actually notify probably on the review channel about that, because they're great. They're so handy. Oh wow, that's weird. I have Madison West Coast IPA. I've had East Coast and now West Coast. This is peachy. Tastes peachy. I just said about lamp covers. No, I don't do them myself. Leather patches. Oh. Leather patches coming soon. Watch this space. Yeah, I've not had the time. Well, I probably have had the time this week, having the heat where I can't do anything to update the website and stuff. But watch this space. A dugout shelter. They are all the rage, aren't they? Every time I do open YouTube, someone's making a dugout shelter. Maybe this winter, maybe I'll consider doing it. You kind of need the right place, like a good slope, and one reason I've not done it's quite destructive on the ground. But I did see a place in the woods the other day that's a slope, and there's nothing too close to it, roots and stuff. So I might consider a dugout. We'll see. Something I did want to do quite some time ago. But you do need that right location. Don't pull you back again. Yeah. Urban camp. I don't know about urban camping. I like to get away from it. I want to have some peace. Free beers for a work night. I don't drink at home. I mean, I haven't even been to the pub much lately. Just been so busy. Carly is on the pool. Oh, whoa. Have you still got the Russian bear tent? Yes, I have got the Russian bear tent. I doubt I'm going to use that in the summer, but I do look forward to using it again in the winter. How's the truck? Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I've done a lot of work on it lately. I say I've done a lot of work. I've paid someone to do a lot of work on it recently. Suspension, EGR valve, bloody modern diesels, aircon, which is still not working. Yeah, so I've had a lot of work done on it recently. It's running. It's just my luck with trucks. Right, come on, let's have a question I've not had before. I'm not a dog person. Dogs need a lot of looking after. It's like having a kid. I'm a cat person. They're independent. And dogs, I can't relax around dogs. They're always woof woof woof. Watch all the hate comments come up now. Did you get to keep the electric bike? I do have the electric bike still. Me and Simon might actually do something with electric bikes, but yeah, I still do have it. Favorite toilet paper. Excuse me. What are my tattoos? I mean, that's a crop circle. Um, these lotus flowers, or my interpretation of them. They're the only ones you're going to see. Northern Scotland. Yeah, would love to at some point. What was my career before YouTube? I was working with a friend building shelters for playgrounds and things, like wooden shelters, hexagonal shelters, that sort of thing. Hello, Magda. Win a date with Andy. That's not a prize. Brisket. I wanted to do more smoking things in the smoker I built, but I think the roof of that's dried out so much I can't really hot smoke in it anymore, I don't think. Yeah, maybe I'll take my smoker into the woods, cook a brisket. Which wife did Henry VIII kill second? Oh God. Married, died, survived. I can't remember the order. Stealth camping, urban areas. Not for me. I don't get off on that sort of thing. It doesn't excite me. My camping is enjoying the outdoors and relaxing and doing creative things. The whole stealth camping thing, I don't get a buzz from it. I guess that's why people do that, for some kind of buzz. It's it's not really my sort of thing. I mean, I have stealth camped or camped in places I'm not supposed to and whatnot, but yeah, it's not me. Have I ever met any celebrities? Tony Blackburn. That was a long time ago. Uh, who else is considered a celebrity? I know a couple of artists that are famous. Who said moobs? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oven cooking. Yeah, I've got a couple of different stove ovens that I'm not going to use till the autumn now. Do I ever listen to the radio when camping? I have done, usually when I'm doing like a coastal or something like that. What about Dartford Heath? That's one of the things that burnt down, isn't it? Favourite soccer team? Don't watch football. Have you ever rolled out of a camp bed drunk? I've been tipsy a couple of times, usually on solos. Best YouTube content. Thank you very much indeed. EcoFlow solar panels. They were the big ones. They worked really well actually, and as they kind of stated, a friend of mine has got them at the moment. He's got more use for them. I like to kind of, if I have multiples of something I've reviewed, it's not something I really want to give away because it's not brand new, but it's something, you know, people who help me out on the channel and stuff, I will pass stuff to them sometimes. I do not like football. Alright, I'm going to have to skip a load here because I'm getting well behind. I've heard of Steve Wallace. Yes, someone asked that earlier. I think I've seen one of the videos, but the whole stealth camping thing's not really my thing. Are you affected by the heat wave or fires? Well, I'm physically affected by the heat wave, but I was saying earlier, if anyone is going camping, be extremely careful. Try to have a fire pit raised if you can, and yeah, remember that roots can catch. I knew personally that pine can spread underground. I didn't know that bracken can as well very easily. So just be very careful with fires at the moment, trying to have them up off the ground. Drink hot chocolate before turning in for the night. It's a camp thing. Nearly always at camp I'll have a hot chocolate. Firstly, it's a part of the story of the video. Like, you kind of need a story, you know, a beginning, middle, end sort of thing. It shows the progression of the night and that. But yeah, I like especially in the winter, hot chocolate camping. At home, very rarely would I have a hot chocolate. I've not had any too worrying situations camping, to be honest. Just sick in Sweden and things like that. I've been quite lucky with them regards. Who's that? Oh God. I'm sorry, they're going a bit quick. Are you allowed to camp in public woods? The only place in England you're officially allowed to camp is Dartmoor in select areas, but anywhere else is technically illegal. Treehouse build. Yeah, I don't know with treehouse. We'll see about that. I've got a couple of, if you wasn't here earlier, I've got a couple of camp shelters to come. Oh, thank you very much, Rachel. Didn't have to do that. Yeah, a couple of shelter builds coming. One I'm going to start in this month, and yeah, I've got a couple that I like, maybe another 1 day one and another one for the autumn as well. But yeah, looking forward to getting started with this. It's a crock frame shelter, basically, if you know what that is. So a little bit of a kind of cabin, small cabin. I do not own any woodland, no, Red Wolf. Hello, Gabe. Do a fish cook. I don't eat fish. Get my words out. I don't eat fish. Oh, thank you very much, Neil. Yeah, I don't eat fish. That's just my motivation now. I've cooked salmon once on the channel. That's the only fish I've ever cooked on the channel. I will get to that, but I would need to be with someone that would eat it. I don't like wasting food and things. There is one fishy-ish thing I'm going to do in the near future, but yeah. Favorite place I've camped? It's probably got to be Sweden. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, Colorado. I'd love to go to Colorado. Maybe one day. It's just been a crazy couple of years, hasn't it? So yeah, there's a lot of places I'd love to go. Norway. I'm coming to Norway next month. Whoa, 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 whoa. Favorite shelter build so far? My favorite, I don't know. I do like my wood store. I do like my wood store. I like the shakes or shingles, whatever you'd like to call them. Excuse me, roof. But yeah, I am loving the new Adirondack or Dano hut or Levu shelter. It's got so many names, that style, but I love it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to starting a new build very soon. Portugal, why not? Oh, hello, Tom, and thank you very much. What's a great canoe to start with as a rookie? Go over to Simon a Bloke in the Woods and talk to him. He's a canoe expert. I just canoe. If I canoe, I tend to use his. Sorry, reading and talking at the same time again. Yeah, I tend to use his canoes when we go out, or like from an outfit, as if we go on a trip. I don't have a canoe myself. I do not have the room to store one. I would love one at some point. Kent also isn't the best place to just get out and have a canoe as well. What's my best outtake? Most of my outtakes have been my camera falling over. Always seems to happen to me. Broken a couple of lenses doing that. Have I seen an adder? I've not seen an adder while camping, no. I've been pretty lucky, and people always ask about ticks as well. That looks like a horrible tick place. I've stayed in places that are meant to be awful for ticks, and I've never found one on me. They just don't seem to like me. How far is Simon from me? 2.5 hours drive, something like that. Little ways. Obviously, we both have our own ideas, things we want to do. Simon's time is more limited than mine, so it's always good when we can get together. Doesn't sound fun when the camera's falling over. No, it's pain. I thought I'd really broken mine the other day actually, but it was a setting that actually changed when it fell over. What's the secret to my fried potatoes? Parboiling them, if you call that a secret. Favourite beer? I've been drinking a lot of wild beer Pogo lately, which has guava in it. It's a very nice beer. What's the funniest thing that's happened to me? Funniest thing camping? I don't know. Funniest thing? I really don't know. How weird's that? I seem to remember the bad things rather than the good things. It'll come to me. Epidemic tunes. How bizarre. Hello. Going back to fetch the camera every time. I'll tell you what, we're going back to fetch the camera. You only get a few people commenting on that because the idea is to make a video good enough that people aren't thinking about that. But yeah, walking back to get a camera, unless you're, you know, really going uphill on a long trip, is not too bad. Driving back is not too bad. Paddling back is a pain. Having to turn the canoe around, go like upstream or whatever, turn around again, get close enough, try and get it in without dropping it. That's the hardest one, is actually paddling back to get a camera on like the foreshore. Plus, you got to put it somewhere you can actually reach it. Iron Pier, Gravesend. I have had an Iron Pier, but yeah, I need to try them more. I tried a couple of dill beers on the last camp, but yeah, I do want to try more local ones. Who would I most like to camp with? Anyone in the world, or somebody that's accessible? I don't know. Who would I most like to camp with? I don't know. The people I do camp with. No bears around. I would quite like some more wildlife like that. I mean, bears here were killed off like Middle Ages when they were hunted like wolves and stuff as well. It's so sad, though there wouldn't be enough land for them to survive properly anyway here on our little island. But yeah, I would like a little more. Yeah, I know obviously there's the inconvenience with bears, with cooking away from camp and bear bags and stuff like that, but yeah, snakes. I've not seen many. I've never seen, I don't think I've ever seen an adder. I've seen grass snakes, I've seen common lizards here and stuff like that. Do I poop on camp? Well, yes, sometimes. Nature calls when nature calls. I seem to have a big following in the US. Why do you think that is? I think primarily just a bigger audience and same language. But yeah, one thing I did learn. Oh, thank you very much, Tyrone. But yeah, I think a big thing is that I learned is when I went to Sweden the first time. It was a massive deal for me, both personally and for the channel as video. But the videos didn't do that well. I edited them together and they did better. But I thought, I guess it's a worldwide audience, so the location isn't a big deal to other people. Me going to somewhere else because it's just another place. You can see that place from other people on YouTube. It's a worldwide community, and yeah, I learned a lot from that. I don't know where I was going with this point, but yeah, I guess people like seeing an environment that's different to their own as a bit of interest, different, surroundings. What tortilla press do I have? And I do like my tortilla press. I can't tell you exactly what it was. It was from Amazon. I think it came with a book or something as well. Told you how to make certain things. I am obsessed with tacos the past couple of years. Obsessed. You probably saw that through the videos, but yeah, I love tacos, proper tacos, and I've been making a lot more proper corn tortillas lately. Love them. um, I have a cat, VJ. I have a cat. How long have I been making videos? I think this year I'm coming up to 6 years. This November. Um, yeah. Does that make me some kind of YouTube alumni? Favorite taco joint in London? Um, I have a favorite in Brighton. In London, I was in Greenwich the other day and had some on the market, like a food truck stall place. Um, no, I did not. They'd run out of tacos. I had a burrito. Thank you very much, Terry's Adventure. I had some nice ones in. We have these places called Mercato, which are like food markets, and I had some nice tacos there. They're good in Greenwich. Yeah, yeah. The burrito was very generous size for the money. Okay, let's have a couple of good questions because I'm going to be going in a few minutes. I'm going in that long. What influenced me to cut my hair? It was falling out on its own. Come to Michigan. Maybe one day it would be nice. Any plans to return to Sweden? Going to Norway, Sweden in they're going quickly in August. Was I a chef? I don't have much of a sweet tooth. I wasn't a chef. I was a pit master, as they call it. Tent camping or homemade shelter? Bit of both. Variety is the spice of life. Variety on this channel. Full bottle of red wine. You can watch one of my video from this week. Land Rover. No, I wouldn't buy a Land Rover because I'm not a good enough mechanic. What country do I live in? England. Thank you, the Axe Master. Thank you very much. What's your go-to seasoning? Well, seasoning is technically just salt, but I really love as a flavour combination chili, lime, coriander or cilantro, and garlic. You put them four things in anything. Obviously, this is why I like Mexican and Thai food quite a lot. Put them with anything and it's going to taste great. Thank you, Rachel. Classic mix. Full-time. Yeah, I'm full-time YouTuber now. Oh my, too many. How were you a pitmaster? I had a barbecue catering company. I used to make sauces, spices to sell, and I used to do kind of pop-up restaurants in pubs and stuff for barbecue. You know, like pulled pork, brisket, that sort of stuff. Ribs. I have smoked many a rib. What's this? What's this? Steadily growing over the years. The moment my channel really took off was the very first, not the first time I cooked on a rock, but when I did that video that was a breakfast on a rock, it really shot up then, quite a lot. And then like a year later, I did a second breakfast on a rock that was bigger because it was after the first lockdowns and stuff, beginning of the pandemic, and yeah, that kind of helped get things back on track, and it did. Even better than the first one. Fernando Partridge, brilliant. Any celebrity? I don't know. I'm always been of this, kill your idols thing, or separate the person from the work and stuff. I really don't know. I don't really idolize people. We're all equal. Drink whiskey or beer. I used to drink whiskey. It was the first drink I used to drink, and that's the reason I don't drink it anymore. Used to ride a motorcycle, not anymore. Come to Essex. I've camped in Essex. I've got 2 videos camping in Essex, I think. Jalapeno or habanero, or it depends how spicy I'm feeling. Jalapeno for, a school night. Habaneros have a better flavour, but obviously you get the heat as well. But if you put a habanero in whole, you get the flavour but not the heat. Oh god, these are going so quickly. Brecons. I've not camped on the Brecon Beacons. Oh wow. My favourite metal band. I tell you what I've been listening to lately. It's not strictly metal. There's a band called Gnome. Like Gnome, like the little figurines. Check them out. They're brilliant. Metallica or Maiden? Maiden was my first band. Oh, doing more upgrades to the pickup. I have lifted it because I had to change the suspension anyway. But yeah. I'll probably come to Norfolk when I meet up with Simon next. What was that about Boris? Did I see something about Boris? Would Boris Johnson survive in the woods? Hope not. I'm trending on YouTube Live. Ooh. Trendy Andy. Oh my goodness. Look at all these messages. Gnome Rock. Yes, they do. Were you at Herne Bay Seafront the other weekend? I thought I saw your truck. I was. I was at Herne Bay. How peculiar. So my truck was in the garage the other week, and I was talking to the mechanic, and he said someone noticed it there in the garage and said, could they wait around for when I come to pick it up to meet me? Celebrity lifestyle. That is something weird. I do tend to get recognised a lot of the time that I go out now, and it is something to get used to. Because when I'm filming the videos, obviously I'm alone, and that's the side I see of it. And then I'm out and about, and there's people going, Andy, Kent Survival. If they say Kent Survival, I know where they know where I'm from. If they say Andy, I'm like, did I used to work with you? Did I go to school with you? Oh, you watch the videos. Oh, hello, Clara. I'm afraid it's nearly time to finish. Hello, Burton, also. Oh, everyone's coming on now. I should have started later. Oh, what is my favourite thing about being a YouTuber? Creativity. I guess the best thing is also the worst thing, being your own boss. And yeah, having that is a great thing, but it's hard. It's a hard thing to get used to. You really have to be self-motivated. Goodbye, same old BMX. Yeah, it's a hard thing to get used to and get the balance right of work and life and stuff like that. But yeah, the creativity and being able to do what you want within reason. Any USA plans? Yeah, it'd be lovely to get to over there again at some point. It's just been a weird couple of years. So any plans I've had for international have just been on hold the last couple of years, obviously. But the first one is the Norway trip coming. Well, thank you very much, Adrian. An Irish meal. I shall consider that for sure. Oh, thank you very much. It seems like a lot of people are coming in now, and I'm about to finish. I am a full-time YouTuber. I hate to use that term because YouTuber, this is like what you imagine a YouTuber to be. I'm a filmmaker, don't you know? I just happen to put my content on YouTube. I didn't get a better work-life balance on YouTube, but I'm trying that now. Like the 2 times I've worked the hardest in my life are when I had my barbecue business and doing this. Yeah, it's hard to turn off sometimes. You're never not working in a way. It's going, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going. Any plans tonight? No, this was my plan. I'm gonna go eat a ribeye steak. Actually, I got a ribeye today, and I've got some bone marrow as well to put over it. So that's my evening. Content creator. Right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this filled some time at the very least. I know this always turns into question, question, question. One day I'll think of something interesting to do one of these other than answering the same old questions. But thank you all for allowing me to do this. It's very much appreciated. Thank you all that contributed on this as well. Just thank you all. Yep, new shelter build coming soon. So that's that to look forward to. I'm going to have this weekend off. And yeah, sorry, Lee. But yeah, thank you very much. And if I can figure out how to stop this, I'll see you soon. Maybe it's this X. Yep, that was the one. Bye.